just like old times. A team of young Nigerians storming through an age group tournament, leaving the rest far behind. In this case, the tournament was the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in the UAE, in which the Golden Eaglets thumped all comers, scoring 26 goals in only 7 matches. It seems there might be another generation of Nigerian talent about to be unleashed upon world football, despite the fact that some were writing the obituary of the game there not that long ago. Bolaji Abdullahi is Nigeria's sports minister.
Nigeria is known worldwide as a great country of football. When the last couple of years we went through a phase when our football was no longer what it used to be, people recall with nostalgia the exploits of our national team in the 90s. And, by South Africa 2010, people began to ask us what happened to Nigeria. So at that point, it became incumbent on everyone involved to begin to rebuild the whole system. I recall that initially the technical team were going to start looking around the world for Nigerian players who have played in some leagues, you know, who are within the same age category. But I recall that the president said no. The president of the federation, I mean, so you have to go around the country of Nigeria and look for fresh talents that can. And this is what has led us to where we are. It is a very rigorous process. I recall that at the moment over 200 players turned up, you know, and that the coaching crew had to go through a very rigorous process of screening, elimination, doing the scan to ensure that only children of the right age were selected and get this blend of players.
Nigerians are very proud of their footballers, and there are high hopes that some of this team will match the likes of Okocha and Kanu. Unlike them, the plan is that many of these youngsters will stay in Nigeria for as long as possible, and thus be shaped by their nation, rather than head off to Europe for quick financial gain. Almost all this squad are attached to academies in their homeland.
The Under-17 program is very, very important because the kids are still very young, very amenable, very impressionable. You can still groom them. You can still teach them some values, of discipline, of friendship, of cooperation, of, you know, and all that. And we keep telling them that you can win any tournament, but if you are not disciplined, you cannot go far. If you don't know how to be a human being, how to respect other people, you cannot go far. So I told the president of the federation that this team is very dear to my heart because they have continued to reflect those values, and we believe that as they grow older, they will even begin to project and be ambassadors of our country. And wherever they go, they will say, yes, I'm a Nigerian, and this is why I behave this positively.
And indeed, this team does seem to realise that there's more to football than simply kicking a ball around. Their second round match was against Iran, with whom they'd shared a hotel during the tournament. And after their convincing 4-1 win, they made sure they found the time to comfort their distraught opponents.
Even before the game, most of the Iranian players and we will make friends with each other. They even know our name and we know theirs. And when we finish the match, they know that at last they are home already. But we invite them together as a friend that we've been right from off the pitch that we are. And we came together, we speak together, and we pray together at that moment, just to show more love between ourselves.
Now comes the hard part. A number of players now see themselves as ready to take a risk in the lucrative crucible of Europe's big leagues. However, as far as their nation is concerned, they need to stay together, at least as a national squad, and progress to the next level. There will be the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and then for some, the 2016 Olympics in Rio. There'll need to be plenty of planning.
The federation will, after this tournament, sit down and look at the mix and how these players can be sustained. Then, of course, for me as a minister, it's my responsibility to communicate the vision of the federation, of the Federal Republic to them, and ensure that this enormous talent doesn't just evaporate at the end of this tournament, which is what tends to happen most of the time. But I can assure you that this time it's not going to happen. It will be really big disaster if we allow this children to just fritter away at the end of this tournament.
Nigeria is determined to make sure they do it the right way this time. Everyone in football has always expected Africa's most populous nation to impose itself on the world game one day. Perhaps the organisation and planning that might have been lacking in the past may now be in place.